Anyone else?
James?
I was wondering, could you name anyone who works on the prosthetics? Because I just thought they were really amazing effects. Like, they look really real.
Thanks, yeah.
Yeah.
It was snuff maybe. We killed people. No, well, we were really lucky actually, because my friend Duncan Jarman, he did the neck wound, and he's worked on Sweeney Todd and Harry Potter, and he's just done Clint Eastwood's movie with Leonardo DiCaprio as J. Edgar Hoover. That's what he did straight after Inbred, you know. So, yeah, he came off his Hollywood films to work on Inbred just because he likes the freedom that he gets working with me, and so he did the neck effects and the guy with fat cheeks, and then we had Lindsay Foxcroft, who her job, and she lives in Thirsk, so Thirsk is tiny, but there's like all these cool people there, and she does she recreates kind of accident scenes for the army and the Ministry of Defence and the police, like really realistic silicone wounds on amputees. And I was in Thirsk just last night, and she was saying that they just recently had staged a reenactment for the American Armed Forces for the first time, and they had 55 amputees just covered in gore. And the Americans, they had to have trauma counselling after it, because it was so real. But the thing she does, like, they've got the blood pumping on the amputees, and the people training to be medics, army medics, have to come in, and they've got 3 minutes to stop the blood. If they don't, you know, they fail, the person dies. And the amputees are probably screaming, and it sounds terrifying. But so she came on set and did all, like, when the guy gets head blown off, that was Lindsay, and she was working with silicone, but in a new way I hadn't worked with her. She actually builds it up on the skin, so she didn't take any moulds of anyone, whereas Duncan did the face moulds of people and neck moulds. Lindsay was just dressing on the wounds. And then we had Graham Taylor, who's also in Thirsk, and he just did all the blood and gore and squirty stuff. So, you know, having those three kind of groups of people was a great way of doing it. And then using composite effects to kind of blend stuff together. So, you know, we would remove blood tubes, or like the bit where the guy gets the axe in his face, there was like basically a broomstick with all the blood tubes that came around his face, which just spilled the blood, and so we removed the broomstick, you know, and just, yeah, we did stuff that we thought people maybe haven't seen before, and it's going to be quite, you know, original and sort of, you know, but we wanted it to look very real.
Did working in Thirsk pose any challenges in terms of the logistics of filming in a small rural location?
It's kind of, it's like a, it was great in that, you know, like, because in London, if you pull out a camera, so people like want money for it, and, you know, like, you know, what you're doing. But in Thirsk, no one had made a film there, so everyone was so helpful. But the only thing is we had to bring all our crew. I mean, there were the effects people from Thirsk, and we got some runners from Thirsk, but the camera crew, the actors, had to bring everyone in. So, and the only hard thing was, you know, kind of financially putting everyone up and travel expenses and all that. But I love shooting up in Yorkshire and Thirsk. It was great, and I'd do it again. I mean, I'd consider shooting. Basically, I don't see why I need to shoot in London unless I'm shooting, like, you know, Big Ben or something.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I've got two T-shirts to give away, so I had to
do you want to say your two questions?
Yeah, they're really shit questions. And, I've only got an XL and a medium-sized T-shirt, but my first question, I just thought of this outside. It's really crap, but just because the festival and Vincent Price here, just like, I just want, you know, it's my favourite. Just the first person that can guess my favourite Vincent Price film.
That's
based on the clues. It's just shout out the answer if you know it. It's an early 70s Vincent Price movie.
Oblong Box?
No. You can't have another guess now. No, you can't have another guess now. And he plays a Shakespearean.
Blood?
Yeah.
Well done.
She wanted a T-shirt so bad, the pressure's off now.
Very good. Do you want the XL or the M?
I'll take the medium.
Take the medium, yeah, I think that'll work.
Thanks.
Okay, and my second question is, this is a bit of an odd one because, like, I don't think anyone really knows the answer, but apart from Jaws, which was already mentioned, can anyone name one of my top 3 horror movies?
The Thing?
No.
Wicker Man?
This is James the one.
No.
Alien?
No.
The Shining?
Werewolf?
No.
Plague of Zombies?
No.
The Exorcist?
Yeah.
What was it?
Very good.
Evil Dead 1 or 2.
Oh, yeah.
Finally, just one last question to round off. What projects are you working on now? Have you got anything lined up or planned for
Well,
the future?
I'm still on Inbred, basically. I mean, I'm still, until it's sold, really, because basically I'm kind of updating the website, doing the Facebook page. I've got to cut a trailer as soon as I get back to London. Then I've got to cut the making of. So we've got lots of deliverables that we've got to give to the companies. Yeah, so there's probably tons, there's a few months to do on Inbred, so I'm going to work on that and then focus on the next film. And hopefully someone will come along and say we've got a budget, and then I can choose one of my scripts, so I don't have to struggle too much.
Excellent.
But I want to be making a film next year, I really do. I don't want to wait 10 years.
If you had a kind of infinite amount of money, what would be the film that you'd make?
It's a very, very good question. Infinite amount of money. But I
A
came up,
sizable amount of money.
I came up with this film a few years ago that I've only written a synopsis for it, but it's called Razor Wire Dolls, and it's basically it's the Warriors kind of, but with girls.
Oh.
And it's a kind of it's a gold bullion heist movie with these girls that've got to get gold through a city, and everyone's been told where they are, so they've got to fight off the gangs. But it'd be really kick-ass.
I can put an organiser. I did bring you a present. If you could just, to round things off.
You brought me a
I
present.
brought you a present. I hope
Is
you
it a
like
bag of scratchings?
Nice. You pass that.
Thank you.
And we've actually got one more. So if anyone in the audience fancies a bag of pork scratchings, I'll try and.
We'll see who
throw them.
actually does
Yeah.
want one.
Would anybody
They are
live there?
homemade.
Oh yeah.
Homemade.
Absolutely.
Who would like them?
They're hairy.
Okay.
Okay, well, it leaves me to thank Hayley from Quadromania for asking a few questions, and also Alex Chandon for joining us. And I think we're probably now coming up to, we've got about 4 minutes until the party's meant to start. So if you want to grab a drink at the bar, join us all upstairs.